All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a bill that we had passed last year, and we needed to make a few corrections. Um, and the main corrections, they start on line 35, 36. Um, Basically, it's a trespassing bill, and it involved restitution. And we had deer and everything included, where the restitution would go back to the landowner. That violated our current state law. Our state law is the deer and other animals are actually owned by the state. So we separated fish, which there's actually restitution would be paid back to the landowner. And on paragraph 6 down, all the wild animals that are taken after somebody's trespassing on your property, this money would actually go back to the state. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
All right, good explanation. Any questions for Senator Suber? If not, then Senator Suber, you're recognized for a motion.
Title sufficient, do pass as amended.
All right, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator Suber, on that one. Commissioner Tyndall is on his way as well on one of our bills. So we'll go up to 1614. This is a strike all amendment, and we'll recognize Senator Sparks to explain, again, the language we already adopted earlier.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is, again, a strike all. It's the Senate's language on a bill that we passed that addressed people who have been designated as a victim of human trafficking, that they often in that ordeal pick up charges of prostitution, that this would in fact allow a expungement for any prostitution charges, which are misdemeanors, that would be as a result of someone who has been designated as a trafficked person. The additional thing that it would do is that it would allow or disallow rather expungement for someone who is promoting prostitution, pimping, if you will, that would no longer be an expungable offense. That's a brief explanation of the strike all, and I would yield any questions.
Senator Suber.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senator Sparks, have you ran this by the police chiefs, the sheriff's association? And we're not legalizing prostitution, are we?
Well, prostitution is a misdemeanor, and misdemeanors primarily are already subject to expungement at the discretion of the court. But as it relates to an individual under this section, it's someone who has uniquely and separately been designated as a trafficked human being. So if someone has an issue with a trafficked human being who was put into sexual slavery, if you will, and they have a problem with an expungement of a misdemeanor, I would be welcome to listen to their explanation. Thank you.
Good response. Any questions further? If not, for motion, Senator Sparks.
Title sufficient, do pass as amended.
We need to adopt the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We need to adopt.
Move to adopt the strike all.
All right. The motion is that we adopt the strike all. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Now the motion.
Move for passage of the strike all.
Title
sufficient, do pass.
as amended. You got it. All right.
I'll get it right in a minute.
Moving fast.
Got it.
Here.
I
All
got
right.
excited.
You've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. All right. 861, the very first one. This was one of Senator Hill's bill, the strike all languages. And as you can see, this is the one where if you are reporting a sexual offense and you, I think, happen to be under the influence because you're at a party or something like that, we don't want to dissuade people from calling for help and reporting that a violation, in their opinion, has happened and call the law enforcement to come. In those events, you want to provide some sort of basically immunity for people calling in the events going on, the sexual offense at the said party or whatever. So I think that's what that one does. This was, again, Senator Hill's language that we're putting into this very similar bill. And she couldn't be here this afternoon. So I'm doing the best I can to recall exactly what her bill did. But if you look through the underlying language there. I think that's basically what we were doing. Because you don't want people that are, under the influence in some way, afraid to call in when they see some sort of sexual offense going on just because they happen to be under the influence, perhaps. That's what I believe the bill does. Any questions? Senator DeBar?
So, Mr. Chairman, thank you. So it's a mirror bill, of the one we passed already?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right.
I have motion, title sufficient, do pass, strike all.
Are you going to adopt the strike all? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Now Senator Barr makes the motion, title sufficient do pass as amended. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. All right, House Bill 1189. This one, I think, was very similar to a bill Senator Suber had earlier, so we'll recognize him to refresh us on what this one does.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill, for every felony and misdemeanor on these certain code sections, it reduces the misdemeanor, it gives the judge discretion on the amount of the penalty. Well, it's not the fine, it's like an additional assessment going to like a human trafficking fund or the sexual exploitation fund. All the felonies will still be $1,000, but the code section of just plain simple assault, it will give the judge discretion to do the assessment from $100 to $1,000 instead of just the $1,000. We've had many judges and prosecutors actually ask for this. In case we have two kids getting a fight at a bar or something, that's not necessarily sexual exploitation. So this is only going to apply to simple assault under the code section 9737. And like I said, just gives a judge discretion on these misdemeanors on the additional assessment.
So it's to essentially, right now, what you're seeing happening is that no one is getting charged or fined because the judges don't want to have to do the whole $1,000. So this would give them the discretion up to the $1,000 so that they will actually start using what's on the books.
Right. And obviously not every case, but we have seen a lot of cases where the prosecutor just won't even prosecute this because they just don't want them to have to pay another $1,000 on top of the fine of $300-400. For a couple of kids getting in a fight. So like I said, this only applies to simple domestic violence. I mean, not domestic violence, sorry, simple assault. And like I said, just gives the judge discretion. They can still do the full $1,000 assessment, but it gives a range from 100 to 1,000.
Gotcha. All right. Any questions for Senator Zuber on this one? If not, for a motion?
Title sufficient, do pass.
You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. And Commissioner Tyndall, not quite here yet. Okay. Well, what we will do then is we will make the motion to rise and report because we're going to all meet again on Tuesday anyhow. So we will capture that other bill at that time. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, nay. All right. Thank you all. There's an invitation here for a Judd B. dinner that Miss Pat has helped us schedule. So put on your calendars March the 12th at 6 p.m. at the Fairview Inn, and we'll get you an actual invitation sent to you so you'll have that. I know your social